All right, guys, welcome back to another special MREIA exclusive interview here. I'm joined today by Alfonso Cuadra, real estate mogul, wealth genius founder, international speaker, and most importantly, someone who walks the talk when it comes to building wealth through real estate. He's coming to Winnipeg June 28th with the Real Estate Wealth Expo. This is your chance to get a sneak peek into what's going to be happening at the event, what they're going to be teaching, the value they're bringing to town. So make sure you grab your ticket while you can. Alfonso, welcome to the show.
Hey, good to be here. I'm coming in all the way from Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah, it
So,
took us a
uh,
little bit to align the time zones, but we got the
yeah.
interview here. So I think the biggest thing is like we've seen you on Wealth Genius and you've been doing things. Um, but I don't think people really know the full story. So, for some of those people who are new to you, it's kind of an incredible story. You were homeless at 15 and now owning a massive real estate portfolio. Maybe there's something there like, like if I can't have a house, I'm going to own all the houses. So, how did you get started? What sparked that real estate journey for you?
Well, before being homeless at 15, I actually came to Canada as a refugee. My country was at war in El Salvador, so I came from a war-torn country. My
Hmm.
mom had about 30 bucks in her purse, and we had to make a life here. And so lived in social housing, government programs, and I had a hard time integrating into the school system, and so that's what ultimately ended up be me dropping out of high school and then ending up on the streets basically at 15 years old. And so I had some dark moments, just like you, Bryce. You probably had some dark moments in your life. You probably had to overcome something,
Of
and
course, yeah.
we all have those moments in our lives that kind of put us on a different trajectory. And for me was at 17 I became a dad. A little surprised, but this one moment changed my life. Her name is Talia. I call her my guardian angel because if it wasn't for her, I'd either be in jail or dead. That's kind of where my life was headed.
Hmm.
um yeah, so when she was born, I went back to school and I started a business, and that business was successful actually all across Canada. And I figured out that I love being an entrepreneur. The problem was I didn't have any financial literacy, and so I had to educate myself. Books like Think and Grow Rich and Rich Dad Poor Dad. That was kind of like the beginning of me really opening up my mind to this.
Hmm.
And so I started in real estate about 26 plus years ago, full time. And after reading all those books, I knew that you know the the common thread amongst all the wealthiest people in the world was real estate. And one thing that was for sure, that no one had all these smaller properties. All the wealthiest families in the world had larger commercial real estate, and so that's how I started with multifamily. And now we own real estate all across Canada and the U.S. and now internationally as well. We're moving into other countries, so that's kind of the whole synopsis of it, Bryce.
Well, and it's interesting you say that because there's the quote that says all health, wealth, rather, well, health too to some degree, but all wealth is either held or made in real estate, and you're doing both. You're making it, you're also holding it, and you're right. The biggest units are the end game. We can't all start at 60, 100, 200 units, but certainly getting away from the, singles and the doubles can really help, really boost that cash flow because
Yeah,
in Canada, especially the singles and the doubles they're just not cash flowing the way they used to with mortgage rates and the purchase prices. So, with all that being said, Wealth Genius and yourself, you're known for delivering value-packed events. What can attendees expect from this Real Estate Wealth Expo here coming up June 28th here in Winnipeg? What are you guys going to teach? What's the plan?
well, look, for the first time in history, we are bringing the Real Estate Wealth Expo to Winnipeg, and I'm excited for that because Winnipeg, you know what, I call it the the NHL team cities, right? So
Hmm.
all the cities that have NHL teams. I mean, they've already done their homework. These are big markets, and a lot of people like to skip Winnipeg. I have come to Winnipeg. I've been coming there for years. I love the people. I love connecting with everyone. So we want to bring the Real Estate Wealth Expo to Winnipeg. You're going to have about maybe 10 to 15 different presenters there. We're going to talk about strategies. We're going to talk about what's going on right now. What are the top things that you need to do to get prepared for the up and coming opportunities that we're seeing in real estate right now? What people don't
Hmm.
realize is that currently we're going through the biggest wealth transfer in history. And most people are kind of distracted with what Elon and Trump and Diddy with the oil, the baby oil, and all that. So all of those
Yeah.
things are distractions. I'm going to bring the goods. I'm going to give you tangible things that you can actually use right now, action items that you can use right now in this market. So why real estate? Why right now? Why multifamily? And why Winnipeg?
So who's this event really for? Is it for beginners, active investors, or like people in between?
I would say it's if you're just getting started, this event is for you 100%. Come and learn how to do it the right way from the very beginning. If you are seasoned, for example, you have some properties or you've been doing this for a while, this event is for you because you can always better your best. And I'm the guy that gets the call every single time people want to level up. And
Hmm.
so, come and maybe you can learn some new tricks. Maybe you can take your business to the next level. So if you're just getting started, this is for you. And if you've been doing it for a while, I'll see you there.
Now, like we were just talking, lots of investors are wondering what's next. Rates are high, prices are shifting. Is now still a good time to invest? How should people think about buying and holding real estate right now?
We're currently living through the best of times, Bryce. These are the best of times. We're going through a massive wealth transfer, and primarily led because of the boomers are exiting the market. We're talking about 124 trillion dollars that will change hands in the upcoming years. And so the question is, on what side of that transfer do you want to be on? Most people think about timing the market, but it's time in the market. Right now is the absolute best time to get involved in real estate. If you're sitting right there on the sidelines, you're probably going to sit there for a very long time if you don't take action. You got to take
Hmm.
action right now. Right now, yes, interest rates are this. I mean, they're not that high, but they're coming down. But you don't want to wait till they come all the way down because we're going to be back in 2021 again, where everybody and their grandmother was a real estate investor, and so um, now is the time. But the strategies have changed, the concepts have changed. You got to come and get a little taste of what it's like and learn how to invest right now with today's market, today's interest rates. You gotta learn how to pivot. You gotta learn the strategies of today. Today's the best time.
Well, it's interesting you say that the wealth transfer because I'm driving to look at this property across town, and I noticed this old man cutting the like grass around the edges of what looks to be like an 80s apartment block or something like that. And so, he's doing the yard, and I'm wondering, maybe I should stop and talk to this guy because this building looks about maybe not as old as he is, but it's certainly
Oh,
as cut out as the building. He's just cutting it with like something you use for hedge trimmers. He's on the outside cutting the grass. I guess the city's telling him it's long, but he's got to be 70 or 80 outside of this like commercial unit. And I'm like, that guy certainly owns that. Certainly he would be interested in probably doing that because I always say, especially in Manitoba, the apartment blocks are owned primarily by 60, 70, 80-year-old people, maybe in a trust, maybe not. but these things are coming up. The guys that I meet in these apartment block deals here in Winnipeg, they're old. They're looking to get out of this stuff. I know a guy who's got a huge portfolio, and every time he calls me, he's like, Bryce, can you sell my houses? I want to get out. I want to get out of my real estate holdings, and I've got so much. And I'm like, I'd love to sell them for you, but we're still waiting for the next generation to get wise and start taking these deals on. And, like you can get terms from people, you can get vendor takebacks, you can take over portfolios without paying any money, maybe 50K down, and the guy will be like, sure, manage it. And over the next 10 years, you can buy it from me. So it's all around us. It's happening all around us, the wealth transfer you're talking about. So interesting. Now we're going to go into the lightning round, which I love. Quick 1 to 2 sentence answers. Let's keep it rolling. So biggest mistake new investors make.
Biggest mistake new investors make is watching YouTube videos and getting a little bit of information. For example, we're talking about ChatGPT, going on ChatGPT, what are the best things I can do in real estate, and not getting the proper education from people that have the knowledge. So I would say number one, the do-it-yourselfers usually pay the most in the end.
Ooh, I like that. Favorite real estate strategy right now?
And maybe it's a little biased for me, but because I'm right now I'm involved in multifamily land development, and that I would have to say those are my favorite strategies: land development and multifamily, primarily building apartment buildings. I'm going to bring a lot of that to the expo. I'm going to teach you how to buy, fund, and manage your multifamily apartment buildings, and I'm also going to teach you how to build them. I'm a builder. I'm building 1,000 units across Canada, so I want to make sure I can bring that value to people. That's a strategy not many people talk about, but it's definitely relevant, and it's a strategy that people need to be applying right now.
Mm-hmm. One book you'd recommend?
The obvious ones are, Rich Dad Poor Dad and Think and Grow Rich. Those are the two. If you haven't read those, that's absolutely where you want to start. I wish someone would have told me this earlier. I look for a lot of action books, or things that like concepts or strategies, and I look for those type of books. But in hindsight, going back, the best types of books that I've ever read were leadership books. Anything by John Maxwell. If you want to level up your business, you're going to have to lead people. It can't happen without people. And leadership, learning how to lead people in the right way, will pay you, the best returns. So get into leadership books, primarily John Maxwell. He's got a ton of them.
Okay, best city in Canada to invest besides your own.
I wouldn't even say my own is it would be the best place to invest. I like Saskatoon right now. I've been investing in Saskatchewan for a very long time. Obviously, everybody's going to Alberta. We know that. I think there's a little bit of room there in Edmonton, but we're coming to Winnipeg for a reason. The opportunities that are around Winnipeg in terms of like land development and multifamily have not been highlighted by a lot of people in the industry. So I want to bring that to Winnipeg as well. I'm going to show you how you can invest in your area. And then, I would look into Saskatchewan a little bit more, and I will look into Alberta as well.
Yeah, rent is going through the roof here in Winnipeg, so the
Mhm.
returns get better every month, it seems. Coffee or green smoothie before a deal?
Always coffee. I'm a coffee drinker, black, uh, 3 cups before noon.
What's the number one reason to attend the Wealth Expo?
The number one reason is that right now is the time to take action. And if you don't know what to do, how to do it, when to do it, you're going to be lost, and you're in a situation where you could lose money. The biggest expense is not the mortgage, your taxes or whatever. Is not taking action when you should have taken action. That's your biggest expense, and this is your opportunity to take action. So you got to come to the expo. It's a one day. It's a we're calling it quick and dirty. We're coming in one day, we're going to teach you everything you need, and you'll be set.
Awesome, awesome. So before we wrap, tell us one more time, why should someone watching this grab the tickets and join us at the Winnipeg Real Estate Wealth Expo in Winnipeg here, June 28th?
28th at the Hilton, near the airport. Bryce, listen to me. I'm taking out all of the obstacles. It's $15. Plus, you can bring a guest. So two people at $7.50 a person. You can't go wrong. Come hang out. Come check it out. Come see what we're doing. The Real Estate Wealth Expo. Two people, $15. Uh, I think you'll probably share the Eventbrite link
Mm-hmm.
somewhere close to this video, and I'm going to be sharing all of this. I'm going to share this on my platforms as well. I'm excited to have connected with you, Bryce. And Winnipeg is an exciting market, and everyone has to go to the expo. It's a must.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. So there you have it, folks. The opportunities here, the blueprint is real. We've got tons of speakers coming in. It's going to be shotgun all day, and they're going to give you just the steak, no sizzle. All that's missing is you in the room. So the event link will be provided in the description. And Alfonso, thanks for giving me up some of your time here. I know you're on the other side of the world. We juggled this, we got it in there. So, because June 28th is coming up quick.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next Emory exclusive interview.